Hello, everybody.
Hey, Dr. Nick.
Hi, Dr. Nick. This is Tooth and Claw Podcast. We have our bear biologist, Wes Larson. He is putting up peace signs. Then I'm his younger brother, Jeff Larson. And we have our very nice, very loves everyone, Mike Smith with us. Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Big Mike, what's the word on the street?
I've done a lot of self-evaluating ever since this we'll call it nice gate. That's you always put gate onto the end of controversies.
Yeah.
I think you might be onto something, Jeff. I don't think I'm a very nice person.
Wrong.
I don't think I wouldn't go like the other way. Like, I don't think you're like a dick, but it's just like, that's not what I would use to describe.
Yeah. No, it's just like every time we go out to eat, I always have to like say something to the waiter about how I don't like the food. I have to send it back.
I see.
Oh, wait, no,
Turn
that's you, isn't it, Jeff?
actually
Jeff. But point taken.
I'll tell a
I'll
tell a waiter if I didn't like my food.
Yeah.
I feel
Which
like
I
they
think
should know.
Normalize it.
Sometimes I respect that, because I will just
Sure.
eat it and just be as quiet as a little mouse. But sometimes I think, I wish I
Don't
could just
ask
do that.
me if I like my food, and
Yeah.
I have to just say yes no matter what.
Fair enough.
Well, it's like your coworker coming into the office and being like, how you doing? And it's like, well, I'm actually not doing very well, Bob.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I just wanted to hear good, and then we can pretend like we don't
Yeah.
work together anymore again. You know?
Yeah. I get it, though.
I'm
You
not
are paying
paying
for
my-
that food,
yeah.
though. Yeah.
Sure.
His hard-earned
Yeah.
money, Mike.
Hey, I like
Hard.
that. I like
Hard
that
earned.
approach of flipping it.
Yeah.
That was
know?
pretty good. You got
Put me down in the muck with you, with our
Yeah.
listeners.
I'm the only nice one here.
If I don't see a Reddit thread about is Jeff a dick, I'm gonna be real disappointed in our listeners.
It's Jeff actually mean to service workers.
Oh my gosh. Can't
Oh.
believe it.
How you guys doing?
Well,
Bob?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Mike, you look pale.
I'm cosplaying as a ghost. It's Halloween. We're recording on Halloween. It's gonna be after Halloween when you guys hear this, but I
Yeah.
felt like I'd get into the
It is Halloween day.
I don't know what's going on with my face right now. I'm like glowing white.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nosferatu, vampire. We don't know.
Whatever.
You look great though, Mike. Well, we've done a lot of recording this week because we're about to go to Costa Rica. What animal do you guys want to? What would you want to see the most in Costa Rica? That's like potential,
Quetzal for me.
A quetzal, resplendent
Yeah.
quetzal. Yeah,
Splendid Quetzal, or a jaguar.
yeah.
Mm.
Mike,
Give me a list of what we might see down there. I don't really know what's
I mean,
on the table.
likely is a lot of birds, some cool amphibians and reptiles. Like I know you kind of like those red-eyed tree frogs, so
Oh,
I think
do.
that's one that we could probably see.
That would be sweet.
The one that I'm kind of hoping for in like a very probable way is a kill-billed toucan, which is a really cool looking toucan with a bright like yellow and green bill. So that's kind of I'm setting my expectations in a reasonable spot because a jaguar or like a puma or something's pretty unlikely.
You
But-
said it's the second easiest place to see jaguars.
Yeah, but like outside of the Pantanal, everywhere's really hard to see jaguars.
You said there's more jaguars than mountain lions.
There are, but they're still really hard to see.
Get your story together, dude.
And we're not. There's one place in Costa Rica where they've gotten pretty good at eating sea turtles, and I think if you spent enough time there, you have a decent chance of seeing a jaguar. We're not going there, so
Oh,
I'm really excited to see a sloth. Never seen a sloth before.
hopefully we see one. Yeah,
I'm
I don't think it's a
banking
given.
on it. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's a given.
Okay.
you ever see that
Alright.
movie Seven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
a
want to
bad
be that
sloth.
sloth.
You don't want to
Yeah.
see that kind of sloth, in my opinion.
Yeah. Just
Or
bedrock.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't
Maybe
seem
you
that
do.
bad. If you had like a TV and some snacks, sure.
Maybe if you're like a detective going around just not having a whole lot of success, like you're not bringing a whole lot of cases or solving anything. If you walk into a room and see sloth, you're like, finally I got something to investigate here, right? You might be a little excited, or would you still be kind of bummed out?
Well, I mean, I'm not a detective, so I feel like that doesn't work for me.
You
If you're
can't
asking
imagine
like how I
yourself-
would feel.
yeah,
Oh, if I was just like a different
yeah,
person.
just like use your imagination a little bit.
And he just
Yeah,
saw
I
a
think-
sloth.
No, a person like
Oh,
in the movie
yeah, like
Seven.
a seven
movie
sloth.
Seven.
Like if
Yeah,
I
huh.
walked into the sloth room in Seven, maybe I'd be excited. I think Mike say.
Yeah,
Right.
You gotta
If I was a
imagine those
detective.
detectives are kind of like, well, this is at
Like
least
your
pretty
supervisor every
interesting.
day. It's like, what are you doing out there, Wes? We
Yeah.
need it. There's murders happening. You haven't solved a case in 10 years.
Yeah.
You take
I
what
mean,
you
it's
can
kind
get,
of
right?
like as a bear biologist, when something kind of messed up happens, it is kind of exciting. So I
Dude,
think,
I just put it on X, that Twitter
Yeah.
app,
yeah,
and they would solve it for me, dude.
sure.
Yeah.
There's
They
some real
solve
detectives on
everything.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're real good at getting
They
the
would
right
ask
people.
Grok how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, it is our news episode. We are summing up the news from the last like month and a half. It's been quite a bit, actually. There's been some pretty interesting stories that we got sent a lot. And
Thank you, everyone, for sending
thanks,
us
everyone.
stories.
Yeah.
Thank you
Very
to
much
our
appreciated.
intern, Bryn, for organizing them.
Bryn, you're the best.
Shout out, Bryn.
Thank you. Yeah. And thank you, Bill, for editing this, hopefully. If you're
Making
not
us
too
sound-
busy with your other job. You're fired, Bill. Fired.
He's not.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we've got some interesting stories. Do you guys mind if I start? I think I'm just gonna lead with the one that we probably got sent the most this month.
I mind, but I'll allow it.
All right, I'll wait then. I
Wes-
don't have to go first if you mind.
He always goes first.
It's not worth it to
It's
me.
fine.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I do love going first.
Well, this is like the server type thing again. You asked,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
That is
Don't
true.
fault me because you asked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'll
just
eat
stop
this
asking
food.
you
I
for
just want
anything.
you to discount it 50%.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, you'll have to hear this story then, and if it's bad, you can get mad at me for going first. This is the story of not one, but 2 black bear attacks that happened over the last 2 months in a very unexpected place. So unless you were alive in 1892, something happened in Arkansas over the last couple months that was a first for you, and then it happened again, which is what I just said. 2 people in Arkansas were killed in black bear attacks, one in September, and then one the very end of September and early October. They're not totally sure what day it happened. These attacks involved 2 different bears in 2 different counties, so in a way it's kind of like a Night of the Grizzly situation, but a little bit less extreme. And we're going to talk a little bit about why this might have happened. But again, just to reiterate this is the first fatal black bear attack since 1892, and 2 of them happened within a span of a couple weeks. Yeah. The first one was on September 3rd when Vernon Patton was in Mulberry Mountain, Arkansas, which is a great name. Arkansas, you do such a good job naming things.
And when you say that, you mean in Arkansas, right? I don't think you said that.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
fatal black bear attack in Arkansas.
I think I said that, but I could be wrong.
I
We'll
think
roll back
people
the
probably inferred it, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure it's clear.
Okay.
Play it back, Bill. See who's
Yeah.
right, who's wrong.
Okay.
So unless you were alive in 1892, something happened in Arkansas over the last couple months that was a first for you, and then it happened again, which is what I just said. 2 people in Arkansas were killed in black bear attacks.
Put a little Prices Right
Thanks.
tuba noise.
Thanks,
if Wes
Bill.
is wrong.
You're hired again. Yeah, if I'm wrong, please do the wah wah. Well, that was good. That was really good.
Thanks, I've been practicing.
All right, so Vernon Patton's in Mulberry Mountain, Arkansas. He's spreading some gravel near his residence. This is a 72-year-old man, and a 70-pound subadult black bear emerged from the nearby woods and attacked him. Jeff, do you remember there was a point in our study where we had put out some spring traps. We caught a bear in a snare, and rather than fully sedate it, we just half sedated it and released it from the snare by hand and kind of moved it in our arms. Do you remember that
Yes, sir.
with Clint? That bear was about 70 pounds when we did that. So this isn't like a huge bear by any means. This is a pretty small
Yeah.
black bear.
Not
So-
tiny, though, either.
Not tiny, and definitely still capable of a lot, as what we're about to learn. So his adult son, Vernon's adult son, was coming by to check on his dad, and he found him actually being actively attacked by this bear, which has got to just be an absolutely horrific thing to stumble on. He gets out of his car or whatever he was in to come check on his dad. He throws rocks at the bear. And as he's doing this bear actually charges him as well, which again, for such a small bear, it's pretty weird behavior. And then it runs off into the woods. Not long after, they would have emergency personnel and law enforcement officials and wildlife officials come They saw the bear, they managed to get it up a tree, and they shot it in the tree. So very confident they got the right one. Patton had extensive wounds to his head, his arms. He was airlifted to a regional hospital where doctors immediately operated on him, did their best to save his life. He spent roughly 10 days in the hospital, but unfortunately, ultimately his injuries were too severe for him to recover from, and he did die in the hospital. His family's obviously still grieving this just happened and mourning the loss of their partner, their dad, and their grandfather. So this was really traumatic for them, and for the state of Arkansas as a whole, this was like unprecedented, to hear about a black bear killing someone. And the Ozarks in Arkansas are pretty good black bear habitat. From my research, there's probably around 5,000 black bears in Arkansas. Most of them are in the Ozarks. So this isn't uncommon to see black bears there, but they just hadn't had any big issues. So everyone's kind of struggling to make sense of this. And then lightning strikes again in early October. A 60-year-old man named Max Thomas was camping alone in the popular Sam's Throne campground in north central Arkansas when he failed to return home, and his concerned family called authorities in the area. And a sheriff's deputy went to the empty campsite, and when he got there, he noticed signs of a struggle. He followed those signs into the brush nearby this campsite, and right there he found the body of the man, not far from the campsite. And he said there were signs of a large carnivore attack and subsequent feeding. So authorities learned that he had texted a photo of a bear to his family on the morning of September 30th while he was camping. So they pretty much immediately assumed that this had been a bear attack. Can you guys guess what other animals would maybe be in play in Arkansas?
Mountain lion?
So that's a good one. That was where my mind went first too. But really, Arkansas only has like the occasional transient mountain lion that passes through. They don't have a breeding population, but they have been spotted there, especially recently. So it could have been. Coyote's the other one I thought of. Mike, do you have any others?
I was just going to guess some canid, like wolf, coyote. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
Jaguar.
like not a jaguar, but outside of if one escaped from a zoo or something.
Well, you're coming in from Mexico.
Yeah, but not all the way up to Arkansas, Jeff.
Maybe.
The other thing that I thought it could have been is just a dog, a feral dog.
Sure.
Unfortunately, like you guys have probably run into this too. When we're doing these news episodes and I start searching for animal attack stories, it's like 75% dog attack stories and the rest are wild animals. There's a lot of dogs out there. So They do think this was a bear, though, based on the fact that he'd been fed on, that he had sent this photo, and then subsequent analysis of his remains confirmed that hypothesis. So a hunt was conducted.
Did he, text anything with the photo? Like, what if this thing just kills me?
I don't think so.
Something.
Yeah. I don't think he said anything like that, but that would be pretty crazy if he had, that's for sure. A hunt was conducted for the responsible bear, and a male black bear was killed. Based on the photo, they'd seen a large male bear. They killed a large male bear on October 6th. But a DNA, and you know what, it's not funny, but it's interesting. As I was reading this, I thought there's a very good chance they didn't get the right bear. They actually did an analysis and realized that this was probably not the right bear based on DNA. Yeah. So it's probably still large.
I think you got to keep these bears alive and interrogate them is how I would do this.
A bear lineup and call someone in.
That's
ask
why I don't
first.
like the death penalty, especially so quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Green Mile.
Bears are people too.
I
Right?
think
The guy in the Green Mile didn't do it.
This is a bear.
He's just trying to help.
This is a bear you should remove from the population without a doubt. We've talked about this a lot on the show, but not only is there a chance that someone else is going to get hurt, but it's a big liability for the state, because if they leave it and people know they left it and someone else does get hurt, there's a lot of legal precedent to sue, and that costs the wildlife agencies a lot of money that they could be putting into much better things.
This episode is brought to you by Hollow Socks. I've been traveling a lot over the past couple of years, and do you know what I've started to think is the most critical article of clothing for that? I think it might actually be the socks. Just think about it. A day or two of flying on the plane, those socks are getting nice and sweaty and crispy, and then you have to travel around with them for the rest of the trip, figuring out how to keep them separated, keep everything else from smelling weird and bad. And honestly, I'm convinced now that I was getting what I was paying for. I was buying cheap socks in bulk, and they were just not built for the task. And I think that's probably true for a lot of other people too. We're willing to spend all this money on perfect new hiking boots or a new backpack, but do you know what's going to make traveling so much more comfortable and is going to be a way cheaper solution? That's where Hollow Socks come in. These are alpaca socks that are built for the field. They're performance grade and made from ultra soft baby alpaca fibers, engineered for rugged conditions and designed to keep your feet warm, dry, and comfortable no matter where the day takes you. They're the only socks that'll get your feet warm below freezing and then cooled off when it hits 80 degrees. They feel just absolutely amazing. They have a reinforced structure for the heel and the toe. They're lightweight, they're supportive, unbelievably soft. 3 times warmer than wool, but still super lightweight. They've sold over 2 million pairs, and once you wear Hollow, you'll never go back to wool or cotton socks ever again. For a limited time, Hollow Socks is having a buy 3, get 3 free sale. Head to hollowsocks.com today to check it out. That's hollowsocks.com for up to 50% off your order. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them from. You can support our show by telling them that we here at Tooth and Claw sent you. Thank you so much to Hollow Socks for sponsoring this episode.
So hopefully they find this bear and they're able to remove it. Just a quick reminder. So I looked into some data just as a refresher. There's been over 70 fatal black bear attacks in North America since 1900. I'd guess the real number's probably close to 100 or higher than 100, but a lot of those early 1900s numbers didn't really get reported. But I think it's important to say I could not find a single record of someone being killed by a black bear when they had bear spray with them. So I think the lesson here is that even though these kind of fatal attacks are very rare, black bears are more than capable of killing a human, even a small black bear like that 70-pounder, and they're really opportunistic animals. So if you're camping or recreating in black bear country, it just makes a lot of sense for you to have your way out of a negative encounter. So a deterrent, make sure you're doing good food storage. I think part of the problem, people, just to kind of wrap this up, I think people are going to say, why did these both happen at the same time? I kind of just think it was a coincidence. There could have been like a natural crop that failed or something. Maybe these bears were really hungry. But I do think in these states where they've gone so long without any problems, people have gotten a little complacent often, and they kind of don't think that their bears are as dangerous and maybe aren't as educated about the dangers and about deterrent and about food storage and all of that. So it could just be that was a terrible coincidence that there was 2 at once.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
You
Yeah.
don't really think Arkansas for animal attacks normally.
You sure don't. Yeah. They got some gators there, but not in this
Bill
part of the
Walmart.
state.
Bill
Yeah.
Clinton was born there, I think. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I think about.
Razorbacks.
And then that
Sneaky
gets
Bill.
you thinking about Monica Lewinsky. And
That
starts-
does.
You just get going down a weird path if you start thinking about Arkansas too much.
Blue
You
dresses.
sure do. Yeah.
I have a question, and it's
Yeah.
not that just out of curiosity, and it's not like I feel like anything should or anyone should be held accountable for this, but is there any system in place that holds organizations or people accountable for maybe getting the wrong bear in a scenario like this? Or
No.
not? Is that just kind of like part of that? It goes with the territory kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, again, where they're not an animal that's threatened or that like really needs an extra level of protection. They don't like in Yellowstone, for example, if we had a grizzly bear maul someone or something, and we caught a grizzly bear that we thought might be responsible. This didn't happen to me while I was there, but I know their precedent is they would actually test the bear in a trap, like get a DNA sample, have the bear in like a holding facility, test it. And if it wasn't the responsible bear, they would re-release it into the wild.
Okay.
They wouldn't kill it until they knew. But with a black bear, I think they can be a little bit more fast and loose. And sometimes, and this is unfortunate for the animals, but sometimes people just need to hear that something is being done, you know? And then when they hear that a bear was killed, it's going to give them some peace of mind.
I'm very
So-
nice to my servers. I need to get that out. I don't think I said that.
Yeah.
There's been a few times where I've got the wrong order or like a very bad thing where I've told them, but I wasn't like mad. I just let them know.
You were slamming your fist on the
But
table.
hey,
I'm the only one free
All
of
right.
allegations.
Yeah, we'll find one for you.
Yeah, we'll get you. We'll stick you with something.
I can go next, unless
Okay.
you want to, Mike.
I'll go next,
Are
actually.
you sure you want to ask? Because no, you go for it, Jeff. I nominate Jeff and not Wes.
Okay.
So this one, I'm going to do two because this first one, I think it might end up being better as a future main episode. It's a little fresh right now, but I just think it's a good. I like when Wes does grizzly bear, like bear spray versus gun type stories, and I think this would work well with that. But a man in British Columbia had a really bad encounter with a grizzly bear while he was hunting on October 7th, and he's a 63-year-old named Joe Pendry, and he was out hunting. A grizzly bear charged him. He shot it in the leg, and the bear still mauled him, had his head in its mouth, got him pretty bad, and he was kind of a inspirational story of his recovery, but then he ended up passing away a couple days ago from a blood clot. So, but like I said, I do think we'll probably want to talk about this one more on a future date. He's a boxer too, and he broke his hand punching the bear.
No,
A few times.
That's,
But anyways, I just think it's a good one to revisit later on when it's not so fresh with like more detail. Okay.
Was that blood clot? I know. We're going to be talking about this. Maybe
He had
was
a
the blood clot
lot of-
caused by?
Yeah.
Was that a byproduct of the bear
It
encounter?
was like he had to have so many surgeries from the bear encounter that like he got blood clot. Yeah.
Maybe so. My mom died from a pulmonary embolism. Maybe it was a bear.
It could have been. We're not ruling anything out.
Yeah, it was
her.
I don't want to speculate too much out of respect for her.
It's Halloween. We could get a Ouija board and ask her.
Think it was maybe from a surgery she had or something?
Yeah, like post-surgical complications. So
Yeah.
So I don't know what that first surgery was a result of. Maybe
was she
maybe
mauled
a
by a
bear.
bear before that?
I'll
that would
ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start asking around.
Yeah. We are detectives.
This next story, I can confidently say, was just one big ol' misunderstanding.
Okay.
All right.
Can't wait.
So, in Portland, Oregon, a 9-year-old child on October 30th, this came out, but it was like a week before that. So, in the October 20th, he was playing with his 3-year-old brother in their yard, just like in their yard playing hide and seek, right?
Yeah.
So, when you're playing hide and seek, normally there's a safe zone, right? Even when they find you, you can run to the safe zone and then you win. You guys play it that way?
That's a new
Sometimes.
rule set for me.
That's how
I've
I
never
always
heard of
played it.
Okay.
The person who's seeking looks for you and they have to tag you before you get to like the safe zone, which is where they start.
I see.
So I can only assume this coyote played by my same rules because this coyote saw the two children playing hide and seek in the yard and he found one of them and started chasing them. And I mean, coyotes can't really touch with their arms very well. So he bites them on the foot. Right. And, coyotes, they got pretty sharp teeth. So this 9-year-old had to go to the hospital, get his foot checked out. And this coyote, I think, won the game of hide and seek still. But that's coyotes be wildin' for this week.
Do we know where the 3-year-old is yet? He might still be hiding.
In
In that case, I'd say he won.
That's true. The coyote has to get both of them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. It's kind of embarrassing that your little 3-year-old brother had a better hiding spot than you. If a coyote found you and not him, right?
Unless like the 3-year-old was seeking.
They are
That's
good
probably,
they're really good at hiding in tiny spaces. I just played hide and seek with my 3-year-old niece and she was like fitting and stuff for us. Just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she was even in that. So they're pretty good at hiding actually.
That's true. Yeah. I rescind my
Coyotes,
previous
too.
statements.
Yeah.
These kids don't even know there's a coyote playing until it bit one of their feet.
That's such a good strategy.
So yeah, I think, he saw the coyote saw the kids playing and just
Wanna
thought
play
it was
around.
fun. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. Get in on that.
I can confidently say that.
I don't know if you can, but
I think growing up, we played hide and seek like too many times.
We played a lot.
because
In the dark is where we
we
usually
didn't
play.
have like a big house, and we only played in the basement, and there's
Mhm.
just like 8 spots that you chose from every
Yeah.
single round.
But we would also like block out any source of light, so it was just pitch black, and then we would just like run into each other and stuff.
That's cool.
There's times I would just like lay on the floor, like
Ah.
out in the open, but it's so dark.
Yeah, and that is how we played, huh? If you got to the stairs, you were safe.
Yeah, so I always
then-
tried to hide close to the stairs.
That's right. And if everyone got there, then the person had to count again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is a fun way to play.
Nice. We should play
Yeah.
that next time we go up to your parents' place.
Let's
With
do
a
it, dude.
coyote.
Yeah.
With the
We have to go to our old house.
formally you are invited, Coyote. Just putting that out there in case he's listening. I'll go. I'm not gonna ask. I'm going.
Okay.
So this happened September 23rd is when this was reported through ABC News, plus several other sources. But it's looking bad in California, guys. You heard about this?
No.
The sea
Is
lion.
this the venomous snake bite thing? The dog training?
Oh, if only. That'd be so
Okay.
much better than this. Well, have you seen San Andreas? Things can go real
I
bad
have
for
seen
California
San Andreas,
at any moment.
unfortunately.
Paul Giamatti really just giving his best, like
Oh.
not a movie that deserves his talents, but he gave it his best. Shout out
the
to
only
kid.
the only reason I watched that movie is because I saw Carlo Gugino's in it, and I was like, I gotta watch this. Yeah.
Well, it's not a venomous snake. It's not anything like that. It's a squirrel that's been reported as having attacked at least 5 people in the Bay Area over the past few weeks.
Wow.
Oh,
And it's been
wow.
biting and scratching some of these people so badly. At least 2 of them have had to go to the emergency room, which is,
Pretty crazy.
it's crazy. But also, like, if you think about, if you get attacked by a wild animal, you're probably going to want to go get it checked out by somebody. But
Yeah.
the squirrel is getting in doing some good damage to some of these people. So one of these
Again,
victims,
Not gonna rule out hide and seek in this story either.
squirrel could be real good at hiding,
It
right?
could be really good at
Yeah.
hide and seek.
I mean, it's been training its whole life hiding those
Tagging
nuts.
you out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the victims, her name was Isabel Campoy. She said the squirrel launched itself at her face while she was strolling around the Bay Area, the city of Lucas Valley last week in the Bay Area, left her with bruises and deep bloody gashes across her forearm. Quote, "She almost killed me," Isabel said.
Jeez.
I was full of blood and I ran to the emergency room. And I'm not trying to downplay because in the
Sure.
moment you like kind of are freaked out.
Yeah. She would have
but
made it on our
probably-
show had she gotten killed by a squirrel, like as a main story.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But the squirrel, it's been going after all kinds of members of the neighborhood. Her name was Joan Heblick. She was out on just a morning stroll when she said it jumped out of nowhere and latched onto her leg and started just going to town on it. And it was like vertical. So the tail was kind of coming up towards her chest and her face and just
Yeah.
freaked her out really bad. This story, it's interesting in conjunction with another study that I saw was performed last year. And this is kind of new information to scientists, I guess, it was a study performed by the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire and a joint study by them and the University of California. And it was observing squirrels were being a lot more flexible in their diet than they were previously assumed to be, not just nuts or like
More meat.
herbivorous. But yeah, they were omnivorous if they were pushed to, like
Hunting
a need to
deer.
find. It was mostly voles they were going after,
Okay.
not.
That'd be
yeah.
so weird if you're just watching a deer and you just see it fall over and you're like, huh.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
a
my
little
gosh.
squirrel running all over it.
Right.
Well, if they can kill these old ladies.
But anyway,
they
I
can
mean,
kill a
It's
deer.
interesting. It's not like this study wasn't like these squirrels are going to go after humans and eat their meat or anything,
Yeah.
but it's just an interesting development for squirrels in this part
Yeah.
of California that's like, oh wow, these squirrels are eating meat and now they're going after humans. I'm just saying.
Deer
I'm not
will eat
saying
squirrels
anything,
sometimes. Yeah.
That true?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Just like if they're just like happen to have the opportunity, sometimes they'll do it. It's kind of like
Did they
they're
like chase them down? and
no.
hunt them?
It's more
Or-
like if like they stumbled on one that they were able to catch, they would eat it. Or if like one was hurt or something, you kind of it's always weird when you see these animals that you don't think should eat meat and they do. And you
Yeah.
realize it's really off-putting, but then you realize like how much it is just about getting calories. You know, it's not so much about like taste or anything. And obviously their biome, their gut biome and everything is only prepared for certain things, but most of these animals will eat meat if they get the chance.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xavier Leggett on the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
He'll
What
eat
about him?
squirrels. He'll eat
He'll eat
squirrels too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably eat a squirrel. If I like went to someone's house and they're like, hey, we're eating squirrel tonight, I'd be like, all right, I guess we're eating squirrel tonight, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
This episode of Tooth and Claw is brought to you by Graza, which is always fresh, single origin olive oil. The holidays are basically here, and everyone knows how important food is this time of year. Whether you're the gracious host or the professional partygoer, it's always good to have extra olive oil on hand. Graza has become my olive oil of choice. It's top-notch olive oil at an affordable, everyday price. And one thing I cannot oversell to you guys are the containers that Graza comes in. I hate having olive oil that comes in kind of weird bottles that seem to always kind of be leaky and slick and strange. Graza comes in these really amazing bottles that are just so easy to use. And there's 3 different kinds that you might want to buy. There's Sizzle, which is their everyday cooking oil for marinating, sauteing, and roasting. There's Drizzle, which is a super punchy, flavorful finishing oil that's perfect for dressing a salad, dipping bread, or giving anything a pop of flavor. They also have Frizzle, a high heat cooking oil that can handle some serious heat, and it's great for baking, grilling, and frying. And for me, it's just been so nice to have all 3 of those options right there. I can use them for any different type of food that I might be making. Jesse does a little bit more cooking than me, but sometimes when I'm feeling in the mood, I'll do a little here and there, and I love using Graza. And there's great health benefits to olive oil for your heart and your brain, and the really just absolute best thing about Graza is you're getting a high quality olive oil at a really affordable, budget-friendly price point. So head to graza.co/tooth and use code TOOTH to get 10% off your order and get cooking this holiday season with some fresh, delicious olive oil. graza.co/tooth.
This episode is brought to you by Miracle Made. You ever wake up sweaty, freezing, or just uncomfortable? The temperature in your bedroom can make or break your sleep. That's why I switched to Miracle Made sheets. They're inspired by NASA technology and use silver-infused temperature-regulating fabric to help you sleep perfectly all night long. I've been on a bit of a health kick lately, and the one thing that's a constant, I see everybody talking about it, from the bro scientists to the actual real scientists, is that sleep is critical to recovery, to health, to basically everything good. I can tell you from personal experience, I was never less healthy than when I wasn't sleeping at night. I was working a night shift job, and the moment I switched to my day shift and I was sleeping through the night, I immediately became noticeably healthier. I lost a ton of weight, I felt better, and I credit that to sleeping well at night. And I've never slept better than when I switched to Miracle Made. These sheets help keep you in the comfort zone all night long. So upgrade your sleep or give the gift of better rest. Go to trymiracle.com/tooth to try Miracle Made sheets today. You'll save over 40%, and when you use promo code TOOTH, you'll get an extra 20% off plus a free 3-piece towel set. They make an amazing gift, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk. That's trymiracle.com/tooth. Code TOOTH at checkout. Thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode. Well, the squirrel's still at large, last I've heard. I tried to find any updates, but
I saw
out there.
a quick headline from this story, and they had like a bulletin thing that they were posting around the neighborhood, and it's this photo of the squirrel like jumping at the camera, and it like in big red letters says "squirrel attack."
Yeah,
this
really
is not a
good.
joke.
Yeah.
Big banner across. Yeah, it's great.
We'll have to post it. Mike, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a Survivor fan are you? The show.
I've never watched a single episode.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
0.
Maybe I would like it, but I think
Yeah.
I'd have to say 0. Yeah.
Or would that be a 5? Are you neutral or are you against it?
I think at my baseline, I'm a little negative towards reality TV in general. So I'll say
Okay.
like a 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We got in a big fight once over if 5 is neutral or not. We won't rehash
Yeah.
that here. But
No, we won't.
anyway, Jeff, how about you? Where would you say you are on 0 to 10?
Probably 8.
Yeah, I'd say I'm right around there too, 8 or 9. I actually didn't. I watched it the first few seasons with my parents growing up, and then I stopped for a very long time. And then right around the pandemic, I really got into it again. And now I've watched pretty much all the seasons. I've watched a lot of the Australian seasons, which it's a better show. Just going to come out and say it. But
Whoa.
something
Putting your foot
shots
down
fired
on the important issues. Wes is drawing a definitive line in the sand.
it's a debate,
Sure.
Something interesting happened in Survivor like a week and a half ago, and it was something that probably has never, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. It probably never happened before on the show, and it was an animal attack. So there's a contestant. His name is Jake Latimer, and he's from Winnipeg, Canada. He was relaxing on the edge of the water on the Survivor Island, which is in Fiji, when suddenly a yellow-lipped sea crate bit his foot. Now, how much do either of you know about this particular snake? They're also called banded sea crates.
Like 1 to 10?
Now, how much do you know about it?
Right.
Not
like
a
1 to
numerical
10, how
value of
much?
what you know.
1 to 10, I know about like a 5 about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neutral.
I would say
Yeah.
a 10 because I know about them. They
All right.
exist out there. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's
you
more
know
like
of
a
them.
yes or a no binary.
All right.
kind of thing.
Basically, this is a type of sea snake, but it's one that you find more near the coast, around coral reefs, that sort of thing. And they are highly venomous. They're in the elapid family, which puts them in the same family as like cobras and coral snakes, some of the more venomous snakes in the world. And they too have a really potent neurotoxin. The difference between them and those other snakes, well, coral snakes are somewhat similar, is that you really have to push these snakes to get bit by them. You have to harass them usually, or do something to them to where they'll come up and bite you. Now, we don't know exactly if this guy pushed him or not, but he claims he was just sitting on the side of the water when suddenly a snake bit his foot. They're front fang snakes with small front fangs, and he said that it had latched onto his foot. He ran up to tell some of the other survivors that, and people just like came out of the jungle from the production team. Like it was all hands on deck, and they're like, "Wait, what happened?" And he told them exactly what had happened and what type of snake. And they're like, okay, we have to get you out of here immediately, And then some of the other survivors, they have this booklet, I guess, in camp that shows like potentially dangerous animals. And one of them opened it to that page and it says like highly venomous. And they all got pretty worried.
Yeah.
And I was really curious what was going to happen. Because to me, it was like, oh, if he got envenomated, he's probably going to die.
Seems like a easy person to vote out.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. And he was playing a pretty good game, actually. But he gets on the boat. He starts having a problem breathing. You see him like spitting a lot. And I'm thinking, oh, he got a real bite. And they take him in. And I guess on the way to the island where they have their kind of headquarters with all the staff and medical and whatnot, they had lost contact. And so when they get into that dock, you hear someone from the dock yell, "Is he breathing? Is he alive?" And because they'd lost contact, they just assumed he might be dead. And when he got there, he was still walking and everything. And so at that point, I'm thinking, okay, there's a decent chance this is a dry bite. And sure enough, it was. The symptoms that he was having were probably mostly from shock and anxiety. And also, like, they're starving themselves out on this island. So I'm sure there's other physiological stuff happening. But they treat him.
Probably
Yeah.
it's out of control. Yeah.
For sure. They treat him for a snake bite. They realize it's probably a dry bite, and they actually end up sending him home because they just figured that had been too much of a shock on his system, and they couldn't justify putting him back into the game.
What? He's
Yeah.
probably mad about that, right?
I would imagine so. I would be so mad if I
Yeah.
got sent home for a dry bite. But I will say the silver lining is he had a baby that was due to be born, and he was really bummed that he was going to miss his first kid's birth while he was in Survivor. And he made it back 48 hours before his kid was born. So he got to be there for his son, or I don't know if it was a son or daughter, for his kid's birth. So
Right.
pretty crazy moment in reality TV, though. Honestly, like that,
Yeah.
a venomous snake bite, and not just any snake. Like, this is a snake. So I did a little diving into this snake's history, and they really hardly ever bite people. But there was a guy in 2018 off the coast of northeastern Australia, a fisherman, who pulled one up in a net and was trying to free it from the net and got bit and was envenomated, and he died before any kind of help could get to him. So
Man, that would have been crazy for Survivor if
Oh, yeah.
someone died.
Yeah.
it probably would have ended the season.
Someone finally didn't
Yeah.
survive.
Well, imagine too, like having to stay there after
Right.
that. You
Right.
know,
Like, oh, hey, by the way, Jake's gone, and everyone's like, oh, you voted him off.
Even
And they're
like now,
no,
it's
he's
like
dead.
kind of scary. It's like,
Yeah.
man, I'd be so much more scared.
Yeah, they did. They talked about that on the show. Jeff Probst, the host, was like, just so you guys know, I've talked to everyone. No one's even ever heard of this happening before. None of the locals have ever heard of this happening before. This was like such a freak bite. And it is like, for one, just to swim up and bite someone's foot like that is really, really strange. So
It is curious to me, though, that on a show called Survivor, everyone just survives.
yeah,
It'd be
That's a
nice
good
if
point.
one guy finally died, right?
yeah,
It would make
Or
the
a girl.
name make more sense.
yeah,
Exactly.
Like the show alone, they're alone.
yeah.
In
Exactly.
Survivor,
Yeah.
they survive, but you would think someone wouldn't survive.
I wonder
Yeah.
if they would have still aired the season if he died. I bet they
Oh,
would have just
yeah.
scrapped it.
That's an interesting
Just
idea.
give them all $1 million.
Yeah.
So my dad, when he was swimming in college, he got invited to the Olympic trials, and he
Mhm.
decided to not go because he wanted to stay home for the birth of my oldest brother, like their first child. Do you think that's the right move?
No.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. I think, you know what? I think if your wife is like, I need you there, then it's the right move. But if
Sure.
she was like, nah, I don't care, do whatever you want, then like go, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
Well, I'll ask my mom how she was.
Yeah. Where's that Ouija board?
I got it.
That's your one
Perform a
question?
seance here. Yeah.
She's like, you get one question.
No, I think he was mostly just like, well, I wasn't gonna make it anyway. But it's like, I don't know,
Yeah,
it'd be fun
the
to go and at least try. You know.
Yeah.
Let's just do one of our categories right now.
Okay.
What's
Alright.
your favorite all-time moment in Survivor?
Mine, I think it was Micronesia, but I'm just gonna set the stage. I don't remember their names even. I remember one of their names was Pavardi, but and Amanda too. But there was like 3 or 4 women, and there was a guy that was left too, and he had won the immunity necklace, and there was like not that many players left. So if he had just like gone through like you're supposed to, if you win the immunity necklace, you're not allowed to be voted out. And they went to like the tribal council, and the girls convinced him to give it up, like to give it to one of them, because they
What?
promised him they wouldn't vote him out. And it's like not something you should ever even consider doing. And he gave it away at tribal council, and they immediately voted him out.
They got him.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and
great.
it was so crazy and shocking that that's my all-time.
What did
moment,
he
I
do
think.
when he got voted out?
Yeah, I mean, he was like, I am so dumb. I can't believe
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah.
Did he
Yeah.
like get mad at the girls, or did he say like,
No,
nice
I
job?
think he didn't say nice job, but I think he just like was like, that was dumb. I should not have even considered that. Yeah.
Mm.
I really like early Survivor a lot. Season 1, I like in the final thing. They used to ask just the craziest question. And one of the ladies was like, if you were in the desert about to die from thirst, I would not give you my water. To like
Yeah.
the girl who ended up winning.
Yeah.
Like she's
That
so
first
mad
season,
still.
they took it so seriously.
And then
yeah.
my favorite guy ever was Boston Rob. So his first season where he like played it perfectly, and then as him and he started dating Amber on the show, and like is between them in the end, and he proposes to her,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, so they both
He wins
won,
either
no
way.
matter who won. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great
That's
move.
nice.
Yeah.
Again, I've never really watched a full episode of the show, but I do remember it was the first season with the naked guy, right?
Mhm.
That
yeah.
Richard Hatch.
our whole like 3rd or 4th grade class, whenever that was airing, was just in an uproar because this guy
Yeah.
was naked,
Well, he like
and so that was fun.
caught a shark with his bare hands too.
That was
Oh.
one of his other seasons. But
I
yeah.
think it was
Oh,
the
he-
first season.
It wasn't. It was like season 3 or 4, I think. But
You
I'm
think
sure
he
it was a
came
different.
back after winning season 1 in season 3 or 4.
They brought him back. I've seen it. Yeah.
I know
And
they did, but it was a while later. I
Yeah.
think.
I remember the scene because he pulls the shark out and then it bites him on the arm, actually. So there has been
Yeah.
another animal
Whoa.
attack. Yeah.
Hey,
But if you want to put down some money, I'll put down some money. But I'm positive
bet
on
you-
this one.
Face
okay,
tattoo.
never mind then.
Okay.
So you shouldn't have said you're positive.
I know. I just
You could have gotten some money out
Yeah,
of me there.
yeah.
I finessed him there.
You usually
Whether-
don't care if I say I'm positive, is why I said that.
Well,
Usually
you
you'll
say
be
it
like,
a lot.
I know.
Yeah,
so why don't
he
you
drops
might as
it.
well bet me?
You overuse it.
Then bet
Yeah.
me.
It's cheating.
Nah, I'm not that confident.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I think Richard got arrested too because he won and then he
Tax
didn't pay
evasion.
taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
He did some
That's
jail
one
time
thing
even.
that like if I hear about like when Wesley Snipes was going through the tax evasion thing, I was just not bothered in the least by it. It's like, oh, I
Me
don't
neither.
care that.
Yeah.
Good for
I
him.
saw
Good for
this
good try.
guy
You
in
know?
California won like the biggest lottery ever and is $2 billion. And after taxes, he ended up with like 400 million.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And everyone's like, he's the only billionaire paying appropriate
That's
taxes.
true. My dog is really special to me. I feel like she just brings so much joy into our lives. I'm constantly trying to just bond more and more with her because she's a really important part of our lives. And wanting the absolute best for my dog, we switched to Ollie. They offer fresh, protein-packed meals made with real human-grade ingredients, which is a big win for our dog's health. And they offer 5 tasty recipes, which are all slow-cooked for top nutrition, which is a big win for her happiness. I think Polly's a little bit of a picky eater, so for us, giving her Ollie, she just absolutely loves it. And I don't know if she would really eat any other food at this point. She just is absolutely obsessed with her Ollie. And that's because they use human-grade recipes that are backed by vet nutritionists and crafted with culinary experts. Dogs love the taste, and they're actually getting really healthy food in the meantime, which is amazing. And they can make tailored meal plans that will meet your dog's specific needs, perfectly proportioned meals in mess-free packaging, and it even comes with a scoop for easy serving. For me, I've just noticed since we started feeding Polly Ollie, don't know why I ever put that together before, she's really just more into eating. Her coat seems shinier, she seems more energetic, she seems happier to eat, her poops seem like a better consistency, and just overall her health seems better. So your dog's well-being really starts with their food. And that's why Ollie delivers fresh, human-grade food that your dog will love. Head to ollie.com/tooth, tell them all about your dog, and use code TOOTH to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box. So if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/tooth and enter code TOOTH to get 60% off your first box.
Winter is coming, but it's still important that you stay hydrated and you want to stay active. And that's why you really need to get Element if you haven't already. Personally, I love sparkling Element. I just think it's perfect. I love a sparkling drink. I tried to quit drinking soda, and having another carbonated drink that's healthy for me has been such a game changer, so I love it. What's great about Element is there's no sugar, there's no food dye, or other dodgy ingredients found in other popular electrolyte and sports drinks. So Element's a zero-sugar electrolyte drink mix and sparkling electrolyte drink born from the growing body of research revealing that optimal health outcomes occur at sodium levels 2 to 3 times the government recommendations. So you guys know I love sports. Thousands of professional sports teams and players stay salty with Element. I've always loved the grapefruit flavor, but the new lemonade flavor's been really awesome as well. But I want to hear what your favorite flavor is, so get a free 8-count sample pack of Element's most popular drink mix flavors with any purchase at drinkelement.com/tooth. Find your favorite Element flavor or share with a friend. Try Element totally risk-free, and if you don't like it, give it away to a salty friend and they'll give you your money back, no questions asked. They have a very low return rate and high reorder rate. Well, I got one.
Okay.
I'll just keep following Wes. You did a bear, I did a bear, you did a snake, I'll do a snake.
All right.
So this is a pygmy mulga snake. You ever heard of those?
No.
Venomous snake in Australia. Highly
Cool.
venomous. I think it was a pygmy mulga snake. It could be wrong. The article actually never reported what type of snake it was, but then it had a picture of a pygmy mulga snake.
Okay.
So I assume that's what it was. And I looked at a few articles and it never said. But in the Northern Territory in Australia, I mean, we went to Australia. A lot of people walk around barefoot in Australia. It's a very clean country, you know, not much glass on the ground. They keep it clean. and a lot of people walk around barefoot. So this 41-year-old woman, she liked to walk around barefoot in her suburban neighborhood, right?
Sure.
She's walking around and she steps on a pygmy mulga snake. I think it looks a lot like an inland taipan.
Okay.
So she steps on this little snake, looks like an inland taipan. It looks like like it could be venomous. So first thing you would do is like see if you got bit or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she starts checking her foot for any signs of blood or teeth marks or anything, and she can't find like a single scrape, a single like thing on her foot. So she thinks she just stepped on a snake and nothing happened.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes later, she goes to her country club, and she asked a worker who asked not to be named to help her check her feet for bite marks, and told him the story, right? And the worker said she had mentioned she'd stepped on a snake, maybe she had gotten bitten. There's no blood, no marks, nothing. Then we again asked, are you okay? Are you feeling any different? Did you feel it bite you? And she said she didn't. 20 minutes after signing in at the club, the woman collapsed.
Wow.
Whoa.
They started giving her CPR. They called for help, and she wasn't able to like be resuscitated, and she ended up dying. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know. Like, I feel like out of caution, you should just there. It's called 000.
Yeah.
But like, you should, if you step
Without
on
a
a
doubt.
snake in Australia, you should
Make the call.
probably
Yeah.
make the call. you know?
Especially if you can identify it without
Yeah.
a doubt, call someone. Yeah. I just looked them up. They're another elapid snake. So the same family as cobras and taipans and the sea kraits and everything, like highly venomous snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not confirming that was the type of snake
Yeah.
it was, because that, like I said, unfortunately, I couldn't find an article
Yeah.
that. I don't know if they really know, because like she didn't take a picture, she didn't like,
Yeah.
have the snake, so
Yeah. It'd probably be pretty hard to tell.
But yeah, pretty. I don't know. You should for sure call for help. But on the other hand, like if I felt pretty confident I wasn't bitten, I could like see where my brain would kind of go the same way as hers did. Like I'll just go to a public place. They'll be able to like get me help if I need it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
make sure I don't start feeling any
Yeah.
symptoms, type of thing. You know?
Well, especially
Right.
here, I don't know how their healthcare system works, but like in the US, I do everything I can to avoid calling emergency services, because it's like, oh, do I want to be in debt for the next 20 years? You know? So, yeah.
I don't feel confident, even inside my own home, walking around without socks on, at least.
Really?
I just-
I
I-
love going barefoot.
Walking around barefoot is just the scariest proposition to me.
Huh.
Every step
Like it
is
scares
just,
you.
yeah, like at a pool, it's the fewer steps I have to take to get into the water, the better. I just always am mindful of stepping on something like a
That's
Lego,
interesting.
Yeah, I like going barefoot.
like a
but
bomb.
that would
That
suck.
would suck, dude.
Unless you have shoes on.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
socks.
like steel-toed boots.
Yeah.
Then you're
Those
good.
socks Brent's had.
Yeah.
The spider silk.
That's a
30,000 times
subscriber
stronger.
only joke there.
Cool.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike?
that's what I have.
Yeah, I also have a story. Is that's a coincidence. I'll
That's
go.
crazy.
So it's always the guys you expect the least, right? It's what, which I
No,
actually don't believe.
Most
Sounds-
medium expect from Dwight
Right.
Schrute. I think that
You medium
is
expect.
actually pretty good.
Okay.
That
Well,
one
this was
plays out a
reported
lot.
October 30th of this year by Yahoo News is where I got most of this info from. Recently, been some swimmers in the Marathi Beach in Greece, who've been reporting an incident that raised a few eyebrows from the locals, since it's not every day that you hear about a sea turtle biting someone so badly that they feel like they might faint, right?
Well,
At least
if
not in
it's
my world.
If it's in Greece, they're going to be like really thick, beautiful eyebrows that are getting raised too.
I know.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Gosh.
Is that true?
Yeah. I'd kill for that.
Have you ever
got
seen
that
a-
kind of eyebrows, Mike?
A Grecian eyebrow.
Ugh.
It's
I can't. I don't
I
know.
know. Sometimes I get remarks on my eyebrows, and it's like, you guys, you haven't seen anything yet. go to Greece, is what I'm
Yeah.
always saying back to them.
Sure. So wait,
So-
they said it was a what? A turtle?
Sea turtle.
Okay.
Like, I think just a green sea turtle. According to Zarpa News, the woman who was bit was in the shallow. It's so Greek. It's awesome. Zarpa. Zarpa News. She was in the shallows just a few feet off the beach, just in a very shallow part of the ocean, when she was attacked and bitten by the turtle, sustaining injuries on her, quote, bottom.
Ooh, her bum?
Her bum. So here's the thing, though. So half of the articles called it her rump, and
Yeah.
half of them called them her thigh. And I just
Okay.
wondered, do you guys, where do you differentiate on those two things? Is it the same thing to you?
For me, it's
No.
once the bubble of the butt comes out, it's rump.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's
Anything
pretty
below
clear.
that's thigh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I
then
don't know.
ass. Ass is
that
also.
different?
Ass and rump are the same,
Yeah, they're the same, unless you're eating ass.
like this turtle.
Right.
Yeah. This turtle was eating ass.
But like literally, yeah. But butt is legs, we've established.
Butt is legs. Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that before. Butt is legs.
So
Legs
the
is
woman
a lot
who
of
was,
stuff though. Like calf is legs, thigh is
Feet?
legs,
would you consider feet legs?
feet is legs.
Is your dong your legs?
Yeah.
Your
Your
dong,
dong
is legs?
is your legs?
I was answering Mike.
Okay, I was surprised.
What is your
Yeah.
dong then?
It's like in the middle of your legs and your waist.
Midsection?
Private.
That's what they always say in
Groin.
basketball. It's like, ooh, a shot to the midsection. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it was just his balls is what
Yeah.
happened. His
Yeah.
balls happened.
His
Anyway.
I never
His
know
Peter.
exactly what they mean when they say midsection, because sometimes it is just a gut punch, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Groin.
right.
They should say groin. That's
Groin.
very
You should
tame.
just say
Yeah.
penis. That's the
Or
medical
Peter.
term.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter is the,
That was
That's
our
the-
term growing up.
okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
so this woman, she was identified only by her initials, which are KB. So it could be anyone.
That
Like
could be anyone.
Kate
Kobe
Bush.
Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. He's dead though.
Who knows? Maybe he's living in Greece, getting his ass eaten
Could
by
have been.
turtles.
Yeah, maybe he just was tired of the limelight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it could have been. Well, it was a woman. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe he changed his identity to remain anonymous. So the bite victim, KB, discussed how eventually the bite had led to an infection, which led to her being hospitalized. And you've
Oh,
worked with
damn.
turtles, like sea turtles, in the past, right?
I've
Wes?
gotten
Are they
bit by
pretty?
a sea turtle.
Are they chompy?
Yeah, they're very chompy.
Yeah.
Especially out of the water, for me, in my experience. Yeah, they can be pretty chompy,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it's like I mean, they all have different physiology, but these turtles have a kind of a beak, right? That is
Yep.
more like a piercing, more so
And
than
pretty
like
much
a-
all sea turtles have that. But there's a fair amount of pressure in there. When I got bit,
Sure.
it split all along the lines of the beak, like the edges. But when I say they're chompy, like obviously every day there are thousands of interactions between people and sea turtles where people don't get bit, but like it's not like it's unheard of. They do bite.
That's mainly to help them if a shark ever grabs them.
Yeah, it's like it's their only defense. Sure.
Thank you.
I mean,
for
that's not
agreeing
wrong
with that.
necessarily. Yeah.
I think they're probably mostly for like eating food.
Right.
I mean,
that's
they
what
get it.
Mostly they're
But like biting defensively, it would be for like if a shark got him or something got him, they would turn around and try and bite it. He's not
What are
wrong.
What are humans' mouths most used for?
Talking,
Talking, probably. Talking.
Yeah, talking. Sure, it's talking. Breathing.
Sucking.
If a shark grabs us.
Yeah, biting
Yeah.
sharks when we get. Yeah.
Okay. Well, something I thought this is a little interesting to take note of is that unlike other marine attacks, and it's kind of common sense when you think about this for more than a couple seconds, but the experts were saying, unlike in shark attacks where you don't want to make a lot of commotion in the water because that'll attract those kinds of predators or sea life, you'll want to get big and kind of flail around violently to scare these turtles off, which makes sense because they're not quite in the same league.
The difference is like with sharks, you don't want to provoke them to come in and attack you in like a predatory way or a territorial way.
Right.
And like that's what their prey does is splashes around a lot. But like with turtles, they're not trying to feed on you. Like they're either being defensive or aggressive. So you're just trying to discourage it. So it makes sense you would splash and make a lot of commotion.
One of these experts named Dimitris Fitilis, I believe is how it's pronounced. He explained that turtles can actually come to associate humans with being rivals for their food sources. So they'll approach you and try to chase you off. And it's kind of interesting to think of turtles seeing a human as a kind of a competitor almost under the water. I like
interesting.
that imagery.
Because they're mostly just eating like seagrass and algae. So that's pretty
Yeah.
strange that they would
Right.
see us as, man, they're dumb.
They're good at breakdancing though.
Yeah. Turtles?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They are.
Of course
That's
they are.
true. Go ninja,
Kinda.
go ninja, go ninja. Yeah.
They're good
They've
at
got
like
one
one
move.
move.
Yeah.
But they're so good at it.
And they can't really get out of it.
After
it was
they
worth
interviewed
it.
this KB person, did she like step back and hit a fadeaway jumper from like beyond the arc?
She broke out into a live rendition of Cloud Busting. Kind of was really curious.
Who's that?
Running Kate Bush.
Oh, Kate Bush.
It's her best song. Anyway,
right.
that's it for the story. So one final note, I guess. Actually, I lied. I misled you. Not intentionally. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not done yet, Jeff.
Stop.
Okay. But these bites, this infection that KB sustained, they can be fatal if you leave them untreated. And it really was just one of the most painful things she had ever experienced. So just, we are an animal attack podcast. So as
Sure.
much pain as we can invoke into the conversation, the better, right? Pain and death.
We want those gory
A
details.
couple times now, turtles have eaten someone's ass.
Yeah. They love it. All right.
Like Mike.
Yeah. Just like
I
mine.
love it. I
All right.
wish, dude. It's been so long.
I got just because it's been a long time doesn't mean you can't love it. All right. I'm gonna give us a pause to reconnect, and then I'm gonna talk about one more sad one. That'll bring us down.
Yeah, I'm appropriately sad now.
Okay, this is just a quick one, but one that a couple people sent to us. A very prominent kite surfer in South Africa was reported missing on September 7th. Where do you guys think this is going?
Kite surfing.
South Africa, kite surfer reported missing.
Shark.
You would think a shark. You know, you hear South Africa and someone going missing in the ocean on an animal attack podcast. You'd think a shark, but it's not. After he went missing, a very large search was launched. His board and his kite were located at sea on September 8th, and then his body was recovered not long after. Initial reports showed that it was probably just a simple tragic drowning, but then authorities went over all of the evidence in October, and a different picture started emerging. Based on damages to his equipment and some video footage that had survived this tragedy, the prevailing theory now is that this guy Graham Howes had been kiteboarding with a pod of whales near Cape Town when one of these animals breached from the water, struck him with over a ton of force, immediately knocking him out, and he drowned to death.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. So at least, if this is any consolation, it would be a very quick, peaceful way to die. 1 minute you'd just be kite surfing, and the next minute you're dead,
Sure.
because you would just get knocked out and drown. Like, I don't know. Do people wake up when they're drowning? I don't know. If you're
I feel
knocked
like
out
they
from a
normally
whale.
stop drowning when they wake
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's what they think happened. So I'm guessing what they have to have is some video that he shot of like whales next to him. And it was like, they can place it close to the time that he drowned or something. But apparently this was like the guy when it came to the kiteboarding community and scene in South Africa. In South Africa, there's been like a ton of nice tributes about him. He seemed like he was a really influential person in that community and like had started a lot of different clubs and all sorts of stuff for it. So he's very missed. There's some very touching tributes to him, but kind of a crazy way to go,
Yeah. It's how much power those whales have. Just a simple flick of the tail,
Yeah.
it's really a
There's
sobering
a
thought.
few videos. I think one's in South Africa where you see them breach and land on a boat and just like demolish it. So yeah, they're huge animals that need to be respected. So R.I.P.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got this week.
I
It's
think I'm done
lucky it's
too.
not a bear, or you would kill it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But if it fed on him, then I would say, oh, that's probably a bear you got to get rid of.
I'm just
Yes.
messing with you. I
Oh,
think
I
you
know.
make a lot of sense with the bear stuff. You know.
Yeah.
All right, I have a couple headlines. So on October 28th, I don't know if you guys saw this, but a truck transporting monkeys from Tulane University crashed.
I think I did see this.
And these were highly aggressive monkeys too.
And weren't they doing like medical tests on them too?
Yeah, so
Oh,
they
no.
had hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID, and they were just like very aggressive monkeys.
All at the
Um,
same time.
And I was looking, and it said one of the macaques is still like on the loose. And then I looked into that, and they are like, actually, 3 are.
Like actually, all of them are.
Getting out
And
of
I
hand.
think they're trying to keep it as hush hush as possible because I think a lot of people are just kind of like, that's kind of up. You gave monkeys herpes, hepatitis, and COVID, you know?
COVID.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we're gonna have like COVID 25 coming out pretty soon, and then
Yeah,
everyone's
probably.
gonna blame it on China.
And I guess like this type of macaque, I forget what type it is. It's like dirt, or what was it?
Rhesus?
Dirt mechanic.
Yeah, Rhesus is
Yeah.
Rhesus macaques.
That's what
They
they
share,
usually
like,
use.
93% DNA with humans, so I think they
It's not hard to pass diseases then.
I think
Yeah.
they get pretty f***ed over as far as medical experimentation goes.
Yeah.
I think we've been using them for a while to test different things.
We
You
gotta
know what?
stop that.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop fooling
I
around
think
with
it's
macaques
bad.
for a little bit, everyone out there.
Yeah.
And then
Let's give it till next year.
What if there was a scientist out there that was just about to with a macaque, and then he heard that mic and put his instruments down?
Yeah. Spread the word.
Yeah.
People need to know about Tooth and Claw. We're saving lives.
there's another sea otter that was kicking people off of surfboards in Santa Cruz. There was
Nice.
some gray
love that.
wolves in California that were just killed for
saw
killing
that.
70 farm animals.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like California doesn't have a lot of gray wolves, right?
They don't. No. And it was over time too, because like gray wolves could do that in a single night if they really wanted to. But this was over a matter of weeks, and they finally got rid of them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about that one.
Put it on their flag.
Yeah.
Gray
Stick
wolves.
on that flag. Yeah.
Wolves, bears, put them all on
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's all I got.
All right.
All
Should we
right.
go to categories?
Let's do it.
We should.
Okay. I will lead our categories today. So this one, I just was curious you guys take best and worst AI videos you've seen. I can start us off there.
Okay.
There was one I kind of liked, whereas just like people scrubbing barnacles off of whales, like these ships that looked like they were designed to scrub, and these whales would just have like way too many barnacles, and then they would just clean them all off, and it's just like I like power washing videos. Like
Very
I'll watch
satisfying.
so many power washing videos, so it's kind of like that same thing a little bit. And then there's been some like kind of funny Pixar movie type ones recently that sometimes they're dumb and sometimes it's like that's kind of funny. Like
Mhm.
AI is making jokes that we can't make because we get in trouble. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Jeff extolling the virtues of AI because they get to make it
Can't
offensive
It's
AI.
jokes.
uncancelable.
And then there
Uh,
was one. There's one that's like, I think, I mean, obviously this was always coming, but there's a really scary one, Neil deGrasse Tyson, like is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Astrophysicist.
Yeah, I just watched one where like it's him saying like, you know what, after like going over all this footage of satellites and all this data we have, I've come to the conclusion the world might actually be flat. And then the video pans out to him actually there, and he's like, this is a video that people are sharing, and That's
Yeah.
kind of a problem.
It is a problem.
Bit of a problem.
It's already breaking people's brains.
Yeah.
I want to preface my answer to this question by saying I'm pretty anti AI. And when I say pretty, like, I mean very. I think it's, especially when it comes to making like videos, art, photos, anything generative that we use human emotion and human soul to make, even if it's like dumb videos, I really, really, really dislike it. So I don't have a
It's
single video
so
that I like.
blatantly like copyright stealing too. It's just
Yeah.
they're getting away with it.
Well, that's literally what it is. It just steals other people's
Yeah, and then just
pre-established works
regurgitates
of
it.
art. And
Yeah.
then, like it can't create art on its own. It is
Yeah.
just going off of what is already in existence, kind of thing.
So
I'm kind of mansplaining.
Yeah.
That was obnoxious. Sorry.
we've talked about this before, but like I could get ChatGPT and say, "Hey, tell me a story in the like tone of Tooth and Claw podcast about this incident," and probably save myself 10 hours of work every week. But I'm not going to do that because I really distrust AI. I don't like AI. So my favorite video is going to be, I'm just going to say a recent one I saw where it was like trying to recreate a sitcom from the 90s. And it was this really disturbing, uncanny valley, like Friends knockoff where people were like replicating themselves and just, it was so strange to watch. And the reason that's my favorite is because I don't see how anyone can watch that and think, oh, this is a good thing we got going here. Like this
Yeah.
thing is going to really change. And I know it's developing and becoming better and better, but still.
Right.
My least favorite is any animal AI video because I get sent a lot of them. And
Mhm.
I am so tired of having to tell people that they're sending me an AI video. So
See, my favorite one actually, they're the ones that there's like a drone footage above the Amazon River, and then there's just this snake that
snake
takes
that's
up
like
the
80 feet
entire.
long.
That's
Yeah.
like
It's kind of funny when people
It's
believe
funny.
it.
right. That's it's funny and it's a problem, but
It
it's
is
like maybe
funny.
these people are too dumb to. We should revoke their
But-
right to use the internet. Maybe.
Doesn't it kind of make you want to die when you click on the comments and you just see like 30 of people being like, "That's crazy.
Right.
That's the biggest snake I've ever seen."
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny. The Hank from Pardon My Take, like
Yeah.
the biggest sports podcast there fell for that particular video,
God,
and the whale one.
Crazy.
Yeah. I
So
think
bad.
though, like on a more like slightly more serious note, I know I've already kind of been a downer about this, but like with animals, the thing that scares me is you see these videos that are AI of people doing really dangerous things around animals, and then people think that's real and they think they can get away with that, or things that are like bad for the animals or whatever. And so for me, it's already bad that you have real videos of people doing that, and now that we have like tons of fake videos of people doing it, it's just like a flood of terrible
Mhm.
animal information that's going out in the world. So I don't know.
The
I
golden
hate
retriever
AI.
scuba diving was pretty good.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
God.
You got to admit that's
You guys.
The
pretty
rabbits
good,
on the
I will
trampoline.
not
was-
admit it.
No,
Mike,
my
you
worst
have a
one.
least favorite? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Wes even brought this up somewhat fairly recently, but one of my favorite old movies is Jason the Argonauts, and there's this really awesome scene where there's these skeletons pop up out of the ground and start attacking the hero's group, and it's just the most intricately staged and choreographed stop motion. And like there's whole documentaries have been made about this specific scene.
Yeah, it's
And then
beautiful.
someone on the internet's just like, hey, look what I did to update this old movie using AI. Isn't it so much better? And it was just like removed all of the magic, removed all of the charm. And it was just like, it looked worse. It looked bad. There's something about it that it was so infuriating to me.
That's
like,
the other thing. Yeah.
People in the comments were just like, oh my gosh, this is a miracle. And it's like, no, it's not. This is like, we're going towards hell
Yeah.
looking at this.
That's
praising
the other
it,
thing
but-
that's so frustrating for me is it's like always these tech bros that are like, look what I made, look how amazing this is. And it's like,
right.
it looks like horse shit, man. That looks
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
But then there's 30 like or 300 other people saying, oh, this is incredible. Like, what prompt did you use?
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes me need to go lay down.
me too.
Like the last real, genuine human art we got was the Bored Apes. pretty much.
Yeah, that was.
Bored apes are
It's
the
all been
best.
downhill since Bored Ape Club or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that because that's what one of my favorite headlines of the month was, which is one of our other
let's go
categories.
into it.
Okay.
Favorite. So yeah, favorite non-animal headline of
Okay.
just recently.
I have two because one of them is kind of animals because it's about the bored apes, which if you don't know what this is, a while ago when they were doing NFTs, when NFT was like the huge thing and everyone was buying NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens. It's essentially like you own the digital footprint of a piece of art. It's the dumbest thing. And a lot of people knew it was dumb, but some people didn't. And the biggest one were the bored apes, I think. And people were paying hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for these things. And I saw a headline this month of this guy who had bought one for 400 something thousand dollars. And he had just sold it for $37,000. And the headline was all about how he thought that he still got his money's worth because
No
he got
regrets.
he got to be like part of the apes community. And it was
Nice.
like the biggest piece of cope that I've ever read in my entire life. And he's tattooed with like all these bored ape tattoos
No.
and stuff. And then it ended with like apes till I die or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was just like, come on, man.
Yeah. We're all
You gotta
looking
just
for a place to
admit the L
belong.
on
you know?
that one. Yeah.
I'll always remember like being at a jazz game and there was, I think Rudy Gobert, like on the Jazz, whatever, he was important to their winning, but like he was just always like kind of boring.
Yeah.
And there's this game where he dunked it with two hands. And the guy next to me is like, I'm buying that. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, no, there's this app you can like buy when a player like does something cool. And then you're the only one that owns that video. I was like, sure, but I can still just get that video from
Screenshot it.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but like not with this company.
Yeah.
And that's where I was kind of like, man.
It was the biggest like snake oil thing ever. The
Like, you
tweet
get
that
the
I
IP or whatever.
go ahead, Mike.
Crazy. No, it's just I had an employee who was just lamenting the fact that all of his NFTs lost value and he was just not making any money off of this. And after 5 minutes of complaining about it, he came to the realization, he just said to himself, I just got to buy more expensive ones, I think. It's like, no, that's not the conclusion. You were headed in the right
You were
direction, but we
almost
didn't
there.
quite get there.
I remember when the apes thing was going crazy, there was someone who had his stolen and he tweeted, my apes, they're gone. And it was just like a tweet I think about all the time.
Poor
There's
guy.
just such a weird snapshot in the middle of like a collective psychosis, you know? But
Our heart
Yeah.
goes out to him.
yeah.
Hopefully,
Are you
we
gonna
found
do
him.
your other one, or should we all?
Yeah. The other one is really quick, but do you guys know much about Lily Allen and David Harbour?
Oh yeah,
It's-
I mean not a lot, but I know they're a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got married a few years ago, and Lily Allen, then they got divorced, and Lily Allen just released an album, and like every track is about him and how bad he is. There's
Oh,
like there's a track called Pussy Palace that's all about how he turned their apartment into just like a sex den and how she had to pick up like all these sex toys and stuff from other women. It's just like the entire album
What the
is just her airing all of their dirty laundry,
That's great.
and it's pretty crazy. So that was
I'll
a
have to
wild
listen.
headline from the month. Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Mike, go
Go,
ahead.
Jeff. Okay, I got it. So this is the headline. John Woo's Hong Kong classic has been rescued and restored in 4K. You guys know John Woo, we're talking about Hard Boiled here because for a
Yeah.
long time, we thought the original prints of this movie were just like, they were lost to time. No one knew where they were. And then they got discovered, but it started getting tangled up in the people that owned the rights had no interest in distributing them to the public. So all we had were just like low quality, low resolution releases or bootlegs. But we're here. It's time. We're getting a physical 4K disc release of one of my 15 favorite movies ever. Top 20 movie for me. Man, I'm so
Which
excited.
movie?
And I'm
Hard Boiled?
Hard Boiled, yeah. And a bunch of his
I-
other stuff, like, yeah.
I saw a headline from one of his movies this month about Mission Impossible 2, there's like the scene where the knife is right next to Tom Cruise's eye and he's like doing the wrestling thing. And like it's been done a ton, but I feel like that was an earlier one where they did that. And apparently Tom Cruise insisted it be a real knife.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's got so it was
so
like brushing
close
his
to his
eyelashes.
eyeball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Holy cow.
Mine was that the show Ridiculousness got canceled.
Really? It used to be like
Whoa.
all MTV shows.
After 15, it is still.
Yeah.
After
Huh.
15 seasons, it's getting canceled. So, I don't know. Like, I grew up on MTV. Just all their stupid dating shows, The Challenge, The Real World, Road Rules. Like, I ate up any MTV content, music videos. So, it's turned into just a channel of ridiculousness. And now that they're getting rid of that, I'm just like, what is MTV going to be?
It's got to just be done, right? Is it dead?
I have to go rescue a horse real quick. Kevin's getting harassed. You guys keep going. Yeah, keep talking.
We'll cover.
Keep talking. Well, I mean, the next one's overrated. So if you have a couple overrated things.
I do actually have a couple that I wanted to. I have an overrated one, then a couple underrated. Okay. Well, this one's not going to be that interesting to Wes, but one of my things that I think have always thought was underrated. So in the Super Nintendo Link to the Past Legend of Zelda game, it's always been a little bit of a sore spot for fans of the series that Link had pink hair. And I've always thought it was like actually a really cool detail. And I was like, it makes him so unique. And I think it actually looks really cool and it makes him just like a distinct sprite on the screen. I was like, Jeff's got pink hair now. We got to talk about this because I just think generally now pink hair is cool. It turns out in the real world, it's cool too, not just video
Hey, I'm
games,
glad.
right?
I've been
it's
loving it. The first
Yeah.
week, I had some real anxiety going out in public. Not that I
Right.
thought it looked bad. It's just like I didn't want to stand out, which is like a weird thing to say for someone who just dyed their hair pink.
Right. Yeah.
But now I'm gotten over that.
Do people talk to you about it? Do they approach you and ask you?
And like the
Yeah.
gas station a block away from me where I like get snacks and drinks like almost daily, half the employees have colored hair.
Yeah.
So it's
right.
kind of like they feel like they can just strike up conversation with me now, which is a little annoying.
It is kind of a like, yeah, but you're like part of a club, which is cool.
Yeah. And I'll like
Yeah.
call them twin and stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I've always
twin.
thought it was really dumb how like basically every content creator that talks about Zelda, and there's a lot of them that do it for like literally that's their job is to like make Zelda videos on YouTube. They all
Yeah.
hate the pink hair on Link. And it's just like,
Really?
Why? It's like kind of cool to me.
It
It
is
always
cool.
has
Just
been,
like
but-
one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's looks cool,
Do you have
especially now that it's growing out a little bit too. I
The
think
roots
it
are a
looks
little,
even
yeah, it
cooler.
looks sweet.
Yeah.
Do you have like an athlete right now who you think's the most overrated?
Is Jalen Hurts kind of going to be that guy for me?
Oh, I think he's underrated. I think
You
he's
think he's
like as
underrated?
good as any quarterback.
Really? Is he passing better? Because the first like few games, he just wasn't even throwing the ball at all.
Yeah. They're doing pretty
Okay.
good.
Good.
He has he has some of the most passing yards.
I'll go with Austin Reeves. Shoots 30
I think I
free
might
throws a
go
game.
Anthony Edwards. Like, I think
Oh,
he's really good, but not like the next face of the league.
sure. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like, I think he's like Donovan Mitchell type player.
Okay.
All right, Wes.
Yeah.
We'll go into a category now that you're here.
Yeah.
That was just us filling space, but
Yeah.
most
All right, I might-
overrated thing.
I got to tell
Yeah.
you what was just happening. So we have 3 horses. We have Guapo, who's older, Itchy, who's really new, and then Kev, who's really older and tiny. And
Yeah.
Kev has been sick for a while and probably not going to last too much longer. And Itchy was just like kicking him and jumping on him and like making him run all over, and his feet are very tender. So I had to run out and separate him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, poor little guy. He's limping around
All
now.
right, Kevin.
Yeah. Anyway, overrated. Is that what it is? Something overrated?
Yes.
Kevin.
I'm going to go ahead and say one that's going to be a
Itchy.
little yeah. Itchy's beautiful, but he is kind of a handful. Something a little controversial that a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on, and that's that I think soup is overrated.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What the
I
heck?
disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's rare that I get soup that I really like it. and it usually fills me up enough that I don't want whatever comes next. So I don't really like it as like a entree. And then for a meal, it's not filling enough for me, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It doesn't. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself.
No, I
there,
get what you're
Like,
saying.
yeah.
Like a salad before your meal, it doesn't like ruin your meal coming up. But a soup, you get too full.
Yeah. And I think if I'm really cold, I would rather just have like a hot beverage than a hot soup.
Okay.
But I do like
Okay.
certain soups, and I tend to like thicker soups, like a potato soup or a split pea soup or something like that, a creamier soup. But
Yeah.
I'm not a
That
huge
was
soup
going to
guy.
be my follow-up.
I'm just not a big soup guy.
All right.
Okay.
You're not a big any guy. You're
Yeah.
a little guy.
I'm smaller. I'm on the smaller
You're like
side.
a little soup guy.
I wouldn't
I think
say I'm
that's
little. Average.
One,
No, you're
I think you
average,
found
yeah.
one most people would disagree with, which is
Yeah.
like kind of the good way to do it.
Sure.
I
Mhm.
went with Jake from State Farm. Just like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever really had a good moment. Like the original Jake's commercial was funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's kind of like,
But
how did it last this long? Why do we still
Yeah.
have this?
Like,
Yeah.
why are we, like, Flo has had a couple commercials make me laugh. I don't think Jake
Okay.
ever has.
Yeah.
The first guy wasn't an actor. He was like an actual State Farm employee that they just used for
Yeah.
that one commercial, and the joke was funny.
Okay.
His khaki pants. That was
Yeah.
funny.
I mean, I don't have anything against Jake now, but I
Sure.
just think his writing maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he needs a
glad
better
that
writing
guy's-
room.
Like getting his bag,
Sure.
That
Me
dude's
and
made
Mike saw
millions
him.
of dollars. Yeah.
We did, yeah.
At a
Yeah.
Chargers game, everyone was going
was the one in LA.
crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. That is
They
like a
kinda
really
were.
niche celebrity to get a photo with or something.
You know what? I
Yeah.
hope he never gets fired because
Me too.
everyone recognizes him. So like he has like that celebrity thing where people want pictures with him, but then he
Mhm.
doesn't get like the benefits of being a celebrity really.
Right.
Like if he
Yeah.
got fired and just had to take pictures with everyone and couldn't go in public,
That's
but
true.
he's just Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, that'd be
And
a
he's
tough-
not going to get like other gigs
Fate.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mike, do you have one?
I say this is going to piss a lot of people off too, but I think crossbows are overrated.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, really?
real bow and arrows are so much cooler than
So much they're
crossbows.
like beautiful and elegant and like
Yeah.
way cooler.
Like
I don't
just get
know.
a gun if you're going to get a crossbow.
That's the thing. You have to like it takes like 10 minutes to reload them and you have to like
Yeah.
step on it and pull
Right.
the thing back. And it's like not that I don't think it's even much stronger than a bow at all. Might not even be as strong. Yeah, they're just like like a noob weapon, you know?
Yeah,
You got to
I
train
agree.
for forever to be awesome at the
Before-
bow.
Guns were like a big thing. That's when crossbows were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They shoot bolts, which is dumb.
Like
Bolts?
in-
Yeah, call them an arrow. That's I
Yeah.
don't know. You trying to be special calling them a bolt. That's
Like in Game
ridiculous
of
to me.
Thrones, having a crossbow, it's like, yeah, that's kind of cool. Like Joffrey, that guy
Kinda-
was
no,
cool
that's
because
what
he
I'm
had
saying.
a,
It was
Yeah,
still like
but
the
bow.
cowards that use them in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bows are cool.
Much
I'm
cooler.
saying though it
That's what I'm
made
saying.
sense then. Now it doesn't really make sense because you could
Yeah.
have a gun.
To use it. I mean, that doesn't make sense to really use a bow and arrow either, does it? I guess hunters.
Anymore.
It's
No.
more traditional feeling than a crossbow.
Exactly.
Hmm.
With zombies, it makes sense
I don't
because the gun makes a lot of noise and brings in more. So a
Yeah.
crossbow, it's like you don't make any noise, you kill
Sure.
them. It's better than bow and arrow. Yeah.
Is
it,
Daryl. Daryl has a crossbow.
Daryl.
He's pretty quick with it.
There's
Yeah.
this video of this guy online that I don't know his name, but it's this trick bow and arrow guy. It's the most incredible video I've ever seen in my entire life. Where this guy
Wow.
can shoot so fast and so accurately with his bow. It absolutely blew me away. So look it up sometime because it
Mm.
makes
I'm
you
gonna
think like
take it and I'm gonna make AI make it like 20%
do it.
faster.
Don't do it. Yeah. I'm sure it already exists, but man, it is so cool. So look it up.
My
sometime.
video gets so many views when I
Yeah.
make it just a little bit faster even. Best recent animal you've seen in TV, movies, or pop culture?
I told Wes to watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers recently, and there's a dog that gets a human face on it in it. Yeah,
Mhm.
that part's it's so
That
cool.
part is
And
cool.
it like runs out, and it's weird because it looks like super realistic somehow. I think it was just a mask that they put over the head of a dog, but there's this shot where its tongue flicks out of the mouth, and it looks really just oddly realistic to me.
Yeah.
And it's just like my favorite part of that movie. Unless
It is a
he
cool
neglected to even bring it up when we
I
talked
forgot.
about the movie.
I
so.
know. It's great. We just watched Good Boy, which is about a dog that's like seeing ghosts, and it features like a pretty singular performance by a dog. And the dog was
Probably the
so
best
cute.
ever.
It just was a dog that I just wanted to like take into my house because he's going through all this terrible stuff, and I just wanted him to like be happy. But I really liked that dog in that movie. So that
Your
was my
house has
pick.
ghosts.
It might, but my house is a great spot for a dog.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to go
They-
with Eagly from
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, Peacemaker. Just
Good
a
pick.
sweet sidekick animal to have, you know?
Yeah.
So
And
Eagly.
shout out them. They used the right like animal noises for a bald eagle. They didn't use
Not the
red-tailed
red-tailed
hawk.
hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Nice job.
Good work, Peacemaker.
James Gunn. All right,
John
next
Cena.
one. You think that's a John Cena moment? He was like,
I think
hey,
he
guys.
made the call. He was like, "No, we gotta have a real eagle noise, real bald eagle."
I have some listener questions from Hi Liz A's. Is Jeff actually a huge gun guy, or is that a bit? No. I mean, you ask me any type of gun, Wes.
He'll say it. Yeah.
Ask me any type.
A big one.
Big gun, bazooka.
Yeah. There we
There
go.
you go. Right? He's got
Mike,
his,
ask
knows
me
his
any
guns.
type of gun.
yeah, a little gun.
No, magnums are big. Like a
PP7.
well, you
Yeah.
took it.
But this is the kind of expertise you can
Oh,
expect out of. He wants
like
to be
Little
have his
purse
facts right.
gun. Little gun in your purse.
Yeah.
right. See,
Right.
there you go.
Purse gun.
Okay.
He's got it
Alright.
like that. He's got it just
that
right at the
that
top
should
of his
answer
brain.
your question. Yeah.
Heather XXS asks, "What's one thing you'll never do again?" Well, this is Panda Express.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, we know how he feels.
Danielle too. She just got really sick from it.
About it.
Probably never be religious again.
Oh wow.
I think I'm never gonna bungee jump ever again.
Oh.
I was really feeling torn in two directions when we went bungee jumping off this really
Literally.
big bridge.
physically.
Yeah. But we went off. I don't know how high that
It
jump
was like
was.
300 something. Yeah.
It was a big one, and I was like, well, I've done about as big as I'll ever do it, or I'll just need to like really commit and become like serious about bungee jumping, because
Yeah.
it was fun, but I don't think I'm ever gonna have a better opportunity than that one. So I was like, I think I've just reached my peak as a bungee jumper off
Yeah.
that bridge.
It
Victoria
really
Falls, was
hurt
that what it-
me.
Yeah.
Like they put it on my shins instead of my ankles, and it's just like so much pressure on my shins.
yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't nearly as fun as this swing that they were doing off the bridge.
Yeah.
Looked.
Man, the swing
Yeah.
looked so much more pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. What's something I'll never do
I
again?
don't know. This was your category.
No, it's
Never
not a
fall in
category, it's a
love.
listener question.
Oh, listener question.
Like Elvis Costello.
You didn't. I gave you yours, right? Did you say one, Wes?
I said probably never be religious again.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could take that one.
Good.
You'll never try meth again, right? After that one,
I wouldn't
after
say
the
that.
incident.
You'll
I
never
wouldn't
watch
say that.
Never watch Paranormal
I guess
Activity.
Adderall is kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Maybe. Damn. I'm sorry, I'm blanking, guys. I
Okay.
do the
I never did
paranormal activity.
Elementary school. I hope you never go
Yeah.
back in one of those.
All right. Becca's Killing asks, "Is there any animal you would suggest not using bear spray on? I carry it hiking everywhere."
No.
Like your pet lizard.
There's definitely animals that Oh, actually, you know what? A rattlesnake. Don't use it on a rattlesnake. That's
Shark.
the one I would suggest. Or a shark. Sure.
Or one of those
Yeah.
dogs that like a comfort support dog.
Yeah. Don't use it
one of
on
those.
someone's dog unless it's attacking.
Like
you.
on the airplane.
It works pretty well on all mammals. There's some mammals that it's going to be less effective, like probably a bison. It's not going to be as effective, but it would probably still work. So but I wouldn't use it on any reptiles or any fish.
I don't think I'll ever share a room again. Like,
Yeah,
as a roommate, shared room.
That's a good answer. I won't ever
With
do
your
that
wife?
either.
You think you'll
As a
sleep
roommate.
in
I wouldn't
as a
call a
roommate.
wife a roommate. But,
I-
you know,
on a technical
my
level,
wife-
I think.
was on board for like the separate bedrooms thing, I'd be so happy.
It's not a
think?
bad idea. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
I
know
like
what?
sleeping alone. No,
Yeah,
no,
I do
sure.
too. But there are nights where it's just like so nice to
Sure.
curl up next to someone else. So
Emer-
someone being Jesse.
Emerson asks, "Will you
Nice
all
save,
ever
Wes.
come to New Zealand?" Mike,
Hey, I mean, I've been once now, and I'd love to go back. It was an amazing place. I had a great time. I was only there
you
for
went
like
to
3 days.
Shireton,
The Shire.
Yeah, Shireton,
The
Where I went.
Hobbiton.
the
Yeah.
Sheraton,
Hobbiton.
Shireton.
Sheraton.
I went
You
to
just
the
got
Green
confused.
Dragon, and I had a pint and a big old scone.
I really want to go. You know what? I'm not like too interested in New Zealand outside of that, but I really want to see all of the.
There's not like
Lord of the
too
Rings
much
stuff.
wildlife that seems
Well,
interesting.
Yeah, and it just really
Right?
feels a lot like Montana. You know, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
that different, but I do really want
What?
to go there.
No
Yeah,
way,
but you love
Montana has
Montana.
nothing compared to Milford Sound.
Sure.
Milford Sound.
It is a great name.
You got
Auckland.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
It'd be a
Auckland.
good like
No, it was awesome. I loved it.
kayaking, fly fishing place.
It would, but so is Montana.
Nah.
I love the people there. They're some of the most pleasant people I've ever interacted with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every New
just great.
Zealander I've met has been really nice.
Yeah.
Mediocre Magic wants to ask, "What's the best roller coaster ride you've ever been on?"
Mine honestly might be Cannibal at Lagoon.
Cannibal and Buffalo Bills for me, and
Yeah,
Buffalo Bills is
really
out
fun.
of
It's
order
gone.
forever.
Yeah.
I forget. There were 2 in Busch Gardens in Florida. That place was just like the best to go when I was little. But they had 2. There was an Egyptian themed one, and then one called, I think, Black Panther or something, Cougar, Puma. I don't know. One of those 2. I'll go with the Egyptian one. I like that
Cool.
one so much. I'd forced my dad to buy me like a little Egyptian rod, like one of those ritual, like a wooden rod thing.
This was
Um,
2 years ago.
I still have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was 2 years ago. Shout out, Dad. Man.
All right,
What a
I'm
guy.
interested what you guys think of this one. Elijah Moe asks, "When have you been the most proud of yourself in your life?"
There's this one time we were in an airport in India, and I really kept my cool in a situation
You
that really.
didn't. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I didn't even say anything to that guy, Jeff.
You were
Not a
losing
word
it.
to him.
Maybe when the Nat Geo article came out, or when we were on This American Life. Those were 2 times that I was very proud. But honestly, and like this is going to sound like kind of a simpering answer, but like getting messages from people saying that their kids want to be wildlife biologists or look up to us or have like decided that they really care about the natural world because of our show is always fills me with like a really big sense of pride. So that's up there for me. Someone recently told me I was their Steve Irwin, and it like really hit.
Yeah, that's
hard.
great.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, someone wrote me and said, like, I never even responded to him. I'm sorry. I hope they're listening. But they said I was like the funniest person to them of like any person, even like comedians. And that was like, I was pretty
It's
proud
really
of
nice.
myself for that.
Yeah.
I find there's whenever, and it's rare, I think, to have moments of genuine altruism when you do something good for somebody else for the right reasons. And it's those moments where you look back on like volunteering on a random weekend to help somebody move or like work in a food kitchen or something. Like that's just something I'll never ever regret. And it's kind of weird to like look back on those and feel proud of myself. Like, man, I'm such an awesome and good person. But like, I don't know. I guess that is kind of what I'm feeling in a way, but just a really like this sense of like I'm contributing to humanity. I'm not just
Yeah.
like a leech, you know?
Yeah.
Yours should be when you beat that video game where you had to swim through the spikes.
Oh, Alex Kidd
That
in
the-
Miracle
Yeah.
World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the very end
Alex
of
Kidd.
Alex Kidd.
Who were you playing that with?
Brent. We played that game for like 72 hours straight trying to get through that little water part.
Maybe when we beat the Dallas Mavericks in NBA Jam, that was like,
Oh my
that took
gosh.
a long time.
That was
I'm the only person I've ever met that's beat the game Battletoads. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
proud of myself for that.
I honestly I am proud of you for that, but I don't believe you.
That's fine.
I don't believe anyone's ever.
I
beaten
can
that
tell you
game.
what the last level looks like right now. It's the spinning tower that you
Right.
have to get up and you attack the
The
woman
witch at
with
the very top.
boobs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rack, huge.
Yeah. I beat it.
I think that does
That's
it.
amazing. That's the
All right.
biggest accomplishment anyone's ever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone, for story submissions. Thank you, especially to our subscribers. We love you so much. Oh, we love you. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a couple days in Costa Rica.
Love ya.
Love you.
See ya.
Bye.